So here is a situation where she has the perfect love life and she's miserable.
But why is that, Swami?
That's very mental. So now she has a perfect love life, the guy loves her because she's miserable. And why she's miserable? Because she's not happy with her own self. If you are not happy with yourself, you can't be happy with anyone.
Amen.
You have to be happy with yourself first. So here's this young lady, I told her, I said, listen, here's what you do. Why don't you go back to your prayers, start doing your chanting and everything. And do you still want to leave him now? And she said no, because I've shown her that he loves her a lot. So she said, I said, listen, here's what your problem is. You need to do meditation. You need to come tomorrow, that's yesterday. You need to come tomorrow and do the meditation. Will you come tomorrow? You guys got to make an effort to come. And she said yes, but they're not here. So what does that indicate? It indicates that people do not, they're lazy, technically for their own happiness. They want everything to be done, given to them on a silver platter. Right? Maria reminded me when I first got into meditation here in America. And I had a small room where I was living. And I started the office over here, the old office, I think you know the old office. And it was small, and I'm anxious to get a chair and to be able to do meditation in a nice place, peaceful place and so on. And I didn't have that. So Maria reminded me, because she said, oh, I'm looking for a place that I can have be more comfortable and meditation and things like that. It's a good indication that she's putting her heart, or she wants to experience. So the whole idea is that if you cannot experience it, then it's not important for you and it will never help you. So here's a lady, she's anxious to be happy. She wants to be happy, but what's missing? What's missing is purpose. It's not just having sex as a couple. That's not happiness. You know? But the only time you don't fight is when you go to bed. And probably her. She didn't go when the guys make love to her or something like that. Then she's not fighting. Yes? And I get a lot of couples like that. They're fighting like cats and dogs. So then I see they have 2 children. And they said, and she's saying, I never loved him. And he says, I never really wanted her. How do you get 2 children? Oh, that time you weren't fighting. So it's amazing. Because I wonder, how come you get 2 children? Oh, Swami, we don't fight that. Okay, so here is the problem, is that we constantly don't realize that we need purpose in our life. And purpose comes through experience, through appreciating what you have. Now, the young lady could have done a lot of things. She could have said, well, you know, look, I'm happy, I'm going to have a great husband, right? And he's providing me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to plant a garden. She probably doesn't do anything like planting gardens. She was overweight. So I believe she's just done that. Or I'm going to decorate the house or do something that will make some money, maybe Avon or one of those, Mary Kay stuff or whatever. But find some purpose to experience your life rather than just sitting and watch TV, which I did ask her. I said, do you watch TV a lot? And she said yes. Right? And then she's going to watch one of those shows where the guy is fighting his wife, and she's going to echo that in her life. Or she's going to watch one of those comedy shows, and she's going to think everything in life is funny. So the experience that you have is what's important, how you experience your life. So I told her that she should learn a life code. She should read the book, learn to read the life code. Now here is where life code helps you out, because without knowing, anticipating something, your life becomes boring, right? Or you can become miserable. For example, you know that you're running a 9-year, and your life code, well, it can be Swami also, but life code tells you, well, you know, this year you're not going to meet any kind of love life. You're not going to have, and most of the guys you meet are going to be not honest, right? But the other year, you're going to meet somebody very nice. Now you anticipate. Now you have a goal. Now you have purpose. So life code now helps you to understand what's going to happen and when it's going to happen and why it's going to happen. So now it tells you what experience will be. So if you're running a 9-day, for example, or a 9-year, or 9-month, or something, you know that, okay, you and somebody might have a quarrel, right? And you could have an accident or something like that, driving and so on. But you anticipate the experience, so that when you anticipate the experience, it doesn't become a bad experience, right? Because, you know, knowing ahead of time helps you to assure you awareness is already 50% cure. So if you're aware of it, right? Now, take Joe for example. If I say to Joe, I said, Joe, you don't need no more operations. You don't need anything. And Joe says, oh boy, Swami is crazy. I got to take surgery. You know? And then he says, okay, well, let me just try that. Let me just do that. And sort of relax back into my body. Right? Now it becomes an experience. It's not just living. Just living means you're going to run to the doctor very quickly. Oh, let me go get some medicine. I have a headache. Why you have a headache? Because maybe your body is warning you that something is wrong and you ate something bad or something. Let me just take some cleansers or something like that and take care of it. Basically, Linda?
Regarding that, the good day or the bad days, like I'm running today, the bad day, you know, but if I have your book, I like to read every day and controverse anything negative with the mantras that comes in there, so I feel confidence, you know, after doing that. That's what's going on there, you know, like reading your book, all the mantras are there, so I feel fine and the confidence to go away my negative day.
Because you have good expectations.
Yes. I don't.
So the negative day might not become a negative day when you do that, right? See, what happens is that we have to understand that we are living according to the universe. We're not living according to us. You are following the universe whether you like it or not, because you cannot get up before sunrise, right? You cannot go to work at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. There's no way. So everyone in the world on that side, on that half of the world, is following that universe. We have to realize now that we think we are doing what we want to do, but really don't. We are following what the universe is saying. The sun dictates our life, right? The moon dictates our life, right? You can't control your period, you can't control your menstrual cycle, because the moon dictates that. You gotta have it every 28 days or every month, right? And so you have to go according to the universe. So because the universe reacts to us, we react to it. So now what happens on a negative day, when I say you have a negative day or a negative month, it doesn't really mean that you're going to be negative that day. It means that there are negative energies coming to you. And so when these negative energies are coming to you, you now have to be prepared to understand it. Right? And this way you will not, and negative energy or anything negative or positive has a lot to do with our knowledge. For example, I tell somebody to do mathematics and they think, oh, it's negative. And they can't calculate nothing. And I tell the other person to do mathematics and then they can calculate, so to them that's not negative. Right? Most of the time I notice on negative days what happens is that people who you're connecting with are reacting negatively. Or they're creating negativity for you. And a strange way, I don't know if you have noticed it, and Mark has noticed this, but on negative days, the people do change. And they do act different. And on positive days, they act so nice. Everything went well? Angela was, even though she wasn't here, she was still working for Life Code. She was teaching people Life Code. So we talk about negative days and positive days. But everything is going so fine with you and that person, and then all of a sudden, the next day, the person is different, and you say, what happened to you? Right? And it's because of negative days. Now, it's not that the person is bad. So the first thing we have to realize, that it's not the person is bad. It's the universe creating those negatives, just like the sun creates the sunrise, or the moon, or the sun creates the sunset. Yes? Some people never notice the sunset. And some people will say, oh, what does the artist do? The artist paints the beauty of the sunset. And then somebody says, wow, that's a nice picture. But they already could experience that sunset every day. So the whole idea is that life code is really not an astrology or anything to predict astrology or predict these things. Life code is just telling you how the universe is going to be that day. And you have to work with that. Right? So obviously on a negative day I'm not going to go for a job interview. Right? Just like those people who, for example, plant a tree in the middle of winter, will never get a growth. Now, look at the seasons, how they control us. Because of the winter, the people in New York have to buy coats. We don't have to. You can buy a slight jacket. Our whole system of living is different because of the universe. So life code makes you very sensitive to the universe. So now you know that, okay, you cannot go out naked in the snow. You're going to freeze your body to death. Okay, you catch a cold or whatever. You have to work with the universe. The universe determines all our businesses. Right? At one time, I don't know if you remember, Joe might remember, in the 1960s, they told everybody to stop eating too much salt because they get hyperpressure. Right? Guess what happened? Everybody eat more sugar. So now, we have diabetes. Guess what they're telling you now? Eat more salt, and less sugar. The whole world, the whole country is affected by this universe.